Hello, how's it going?
Right. Hello, hello. Are we working?
Can you hear both of these mics, guys?
This is our first ever live stream. So go easy on us. Cool.
See, we can see here for a sec. All right.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
working, I guess.
Working on that. Hello.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. What's everybody doing there?
All right, let's see here.
All right.
Guess we can give some time for some people to show up that are maybe.
We got. Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hey, hey.
Luis, how's it going, Luis?
Hello, Flat Coke 69.
Alexander. Woo,
Devoid.
thanks for,
Hello.
Thanks for making it on, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Ooh,
Someone
Mexico.
fanning from Mexico. We can't wait to go to Mexico. We're super pumped on that one. The music, play a song, perhaps.
Bienvenido, Spanish-speaking friends.
Yeah. So
El Salvador. Oh, hey.
Number one for Mexico.
awesome.
All right, how's it going, guys? We're just gonna be hanging out here for the next hour or so until our album officially drops. Thank you guys so much for being on. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to ask us, shoot, and we'll try to give you some good answers here.
I'm gonna crack this beer.
Mine's already cracked, but
Cheers. Cheers.
keep in mind that you probably talk to the mic as much as you just.
Cheers, cheers, friends. Salute. Oh, we got it. Just a question: do you make music full time, or is this a side thing? It's still sort of a side thing. We're trying to make it a full time thing. It's crazy. You know, music is a hard thing to make it in, but we're getting there slowly.
We're trying to turn it around to be a full-time thing.
It's become the main thing for us.
It's becoming
at
that,
least.
yeah.
It's the main focus, but sometimes we gotta do other stuff as well on the side.
It's the main focus, but monetarily, we all have jobs and stuff. We all like side hustles and stuff. Good question. Sizzligum.
Thank you.
Cancun is waiting. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually going to be in Cancun, like on a holiday though, at the end of January, which I'm excited about. But yeah, no Melts appearances there right away. But Mexico City, if you didn't know, Mexico City far away, but we're coming into the country at least soon.
Someone is asking, where do we shoot the Soak My Head video? That was this remote cabin we rented in like the fall of 2020. We went up there to do
3 years ago, right now, actually.
yeah, oh yeah, true. We went up there to do like a bunch of writing on the record, and we all had these demos, and it was like peak COVID time. It was a good time to like compile everything and go through what we had and just jam it out in the room for like a month or so. That's we shot that video at the same time. We were just it was like anytime you watch one of those videos and it's in that location, it's one of us walking around with the camera filming the other three guys or something.
Yeah, so then just kind of decided to edit a video together with that material to just kind of give that song a bit more of a visual life to it.
Oh, do we actually say where it was? Oh, it's called Gun Lake. It's for anyone from BC here. It's about 2 hours west of Silhouette, just like into not logging roads, but like service roads and stuff. Like it was probably one of the craziest drives of my life driving in there. You're driving along and then there's like you just look to the side and you're on the edge of 100 feet deep canyon.
Like South Chilcotin region, I guess would be the region.
I guess so, yeah. But yeah, it doesn't mean anything to me. All of if you've seen some of like our teaser videos for some like the album and some of the singles and stuff like that, a lot of that footage is from the cabin in 2020 in Gun Lake. Yeah. Cool.
What else we got here? You scroll down.
Just sorry, one sec.
I think Chris is trying to learn Spanish in real time.
Greece, Paraguay. I'm a fanatic follower. Fanatic, I mean follower. Fanatic follower. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
It's super cool to us, by the way,
Salud.
to see all you guys like speaking Spanish and stuff. It's pretty mind blowing that people around the world are listening to our music. So thank you all super much.
Question from Jazo, 52-minute runtime for that one LP. Yeah, so Eternal Embers is all of the songs from the Another Quiet Sunday EP plus I think is it 9 extra
8 or 9
8 or 9 other ones that went on top of that. So that was kind of an interesting decision for us, kind of releasing all the music and stuff. We kind of were working with our label, and we kind of decided we would batch it out a bit as an EP and then the album, because it's quite a long album. But this is just how we envisioned the music when we were writing it. We actually, maybe we'll show it sometime during the stream, or I know we're gonna post it sometime soon. But we have a board over here in the room here of all the songs.
I can show it.
2 years ago, maybe we wrote this list, and it's all the demo names, and it's us kind of just figuring out which layers we were recording as we were producing the album. But it's all 14 songs, and they're all in the exact same order that they actually end up showing up on the album there. Yeah, so we're gonna post a picture of that maybe next week or sometime soon, and you guys can dig into that if you like. All the demo names, every layer, general names for every layer that was on it, and just us working through producing it and taking off layers as we finished.
Have you guys ever sat back and just thought about how many hours of music you've made over the course of your band's history?
Ooh.
Yeah, if you count all the room jams and everything else that doesn't make it to the recording studio, then it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. In terms of hours
lot of
of
music.
Yeah, hours of
Hours.
music. I mean, like, we got all kinds of demos that never fully get worked on to the extent.
Here's a good one. What's your favorite song on the new album? For me, I'm gonna say right now, because it changes. Right now, it's When the Smoke Abates, because I feel like we captured something very magical in the room when we recorded that one. It's like, usually we're pretty meticulous about like recording things over. Like, we don't use the demo layers a lot of the time, but on this record, we like gave ourselves more freedom to use the original layers, and that song was like, we basically kept the keys and all the guitars that we came up with like on the spot in the room. So I really like that one.
I have the exact same answer as James. I mean, it's like choosing baby. I love them all. That one, and for me, the song has special meaning. It's probably one of my favorite things I've lyrically written. Yeah. What about you guys?
Do you have an answer anyway?
Yeah, it's probably something that will change a lot all the time, I think. I would say, just for one of my favorites would be Blue, I guess. It's new, coming out soon,
song.
and it's the first song on the album. For just with the kind of energy it has, I guess it's one of my favorites. And then there's another one that has been consistently my favorite. I think Composition would be The Fire, just in terms of structure and composition, because it's kind of like this journey that really changes as it goes along. So that one was really cool to play to, just kind of go on that journey.
Yeah, I think it's actually, of everything that's not already, I don't know how to pick a top, but for things that aren't already out, I'm pretty excited for Fire, probably the most. But I think Into the Blue is going to be pretty cool too. But I think Just the Fire is definitely exciting. I can't wait for people to hear that.
We got a question from Foghorn 908 here. I've been playing the singles, blah blah blah. Do you ever wonder your melody? Any plans to do any southern states? We are gonna tour this October into November, and we're gonna be in. I think we're in a lot of them. We're in Atlanta. We're in New Orleans. I'm the worst at this. Do you know?
Yeah. We're in Austin, October 21st. We're in Dallas, October 22nd. We're in New Orleans, October 24th. We're in Nashville on October 25th, the 26th. Atlanta, the 27th. North Carolina, I think the 28th.
Charlotte,
And then that's all the South, which we're very excited for. Last summer we went through the South and played Atlanta, Nashville, Memphis, and then a few places in Texas, and we had a great time. I saw a few other questions.
We don't currently have plans to come to Brazil. A lot of people ask us about that, and we would love to come, but we just can't. We haven't figured out a way to make it work, mainly cost-wise. We would love to. A lot of really strong fans in Brazil. Thank you for listening. And I see someone saying they wish they could come see us in San Diego. If you're just away that day or something, you could drive up to Los Angeles like a few days after.
It's not that far, right?
It's not that far. It's drivable. We're playing on the 15th, and I think we're playing the 11th. So if you could, just so you're aware, we're coming near you for 2 days.
So I'm just going to jump in. I see a question above there. What do you see about. Yeah, so that one, James and I lyrically kind of tag teamed that one. It really just started with the demos and what we worked on in the cabin, because usually the way we work is we work on the music, even like melodies, and then we kind of go in and start go what we feel inspired with and start working our way at lyrics and stuff. And from that kind of started just like with the sound of the song itself. I had this very epic, trippy, deserty vibe to me, and that kind of reminded me of, you know, an absent sea being, you know, a desert. And I just kind of went from there. I feel like you could have different interpretations. Even within the band, we have different interpretations of each other's writings, and that's always good. For me, it was just kind of a cathartic practice in really coming to terms with, I don't know, the nature, reality, death, regrowth, and yeah, I mean, so much of what I wrote on this album, grief was such a big part of it with what my dad went through with his fight with ALS. So that stuff always a big part of pretty much everything I've written. James, how about you? Because you had a good chunk of it.
I think you kind of nailed most of it. Yeah, you definitely took the lead on that one lyrically. I was kind of just playing off of what Ian was doing. There's a lot of lyrics in that one are kind of about how like the energy we have like when we're gone from the world isn't necessarily, we're not all gone. Like the energy we have keeps moving out and impacting people in different ways. Yeah, that's a little gist of what I was writing from, the perspective I was writing from a little bit. Yeah, and then musically that one was kind of, we slammed together like a demo of Chris's and a demo of mine, and which doesn't normally happen, but it worked out pretty good on that one.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah,
we have a clip of that song, the James demo. Anyway. Mine's actually very similar to my demo was kind of the first half. Yeah, the two A-B parts there, like the verse and the switch. And then when it switches to the other chord progression at the very end, it gets really epic. That's James's original. But I wish I could hear it live without it feedbacking. It's plugged in yet. We got to do something. Where should I go from?
Sorry about that. Sorry if we blasted you there. Yeah, so it's a lot more chill than the final version ended up being. Sort of there's like verses in this version. It's almost like country music. But, yeah, we took this and with that time when we had up in the cabin, we just jammed out on the country part. Should lose touch over our heads. I'm just getting bored. We got those synths and stuff in there. Yeah, so we kind of just and we changed a lot. We added a lot. Drums always had like a huge energy boost. So. That one. All right, let's get some more questions here. How long? Oh yeah.
What is it? Where is it? Hold on.
So you guys can probably tell it's our first time doing a YouTube.
Any live stream ever.
Any live stream.
All four of us. We kind of avoided the whole pandemic live
yes.
show thing.
So HDD Bug asked what our writing process is, which is kind of different depending on the song and the project. Yeah, like for Swim Slowly, there was a lot more in the room jamming where we'd come together and play a bunch in the room and then just sort it all out from scratch. We had a few demos or parts, maybe voice notes of a guitar part. James brought in like the On Your Own intro and small things like that. And Chris had Love Again a lot more formulated, but in general, it was a lot more room stuff. For this album, we did a lot more demos in isolation because we're during the pandemic, we're doing a lot of writing. And so everyone kind of brought their own demos and their own experimentation. And that was all through the summer individually. And then we brought all those in together when we went up to that cabin to write this body of music, and kind of pooled all of our ideas, like hundreds of demos, and just slowly whittled it down. And like Absent Sea combined some demos. Other ones we had, maybe songs that were close to being done. Some were choruses, some were just verses, some needed one part, and just kind of went from there. And yeah, so it can change a lot. And we usually do the music first. So we'll kind of formulate our musical ideas, get the structure of the song, make sure we're happy with like the instrumentation and arrangement, and then we will put melodies usually next. Sometimes there's some lyrics in there as well, depending on what comes, but sometimes it's just humming melodies, and then we'll do the lyrics last and refine that as a last kind of each take some demos home and write some lyrics, pull them together and edit and refine and go from there.
I see a question there. Would you guys ever collab with other bands? We never really have before, other than remixed and stuff, but certainly we're not close to it. Would be open to it. Tell us who would be your dream Melt collab. We're curious to see. Maybe something could happen one day.
Definitely. And someone asked if we're in the Vancouver area, and yes, we are. Alexander Montenegro. Stoked to see you in DC as well. We've never been to DC yet, actually.
You've seen us in
But you've
Phoenix
been
twice,
in Phoenix,
so
yeah.
see a familiar face. Yeah, first time in DC, so it'll be fun. We'll be out sightseeing before. Cool.
Is Eternal Embers going to be too different from some slow?
Too different. I don't know how to define that. I don't think it'll be. It won't. I don't think it'll divide the fan base too much. I don't think it's like that left field or anything like some things can be. I'd say no. I think if you like some slow, you'll probably like the new one. I think. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We're waiting for an opportunity right now. We'll ideally, I think we would love to try to do that for the first time, maybe opening up for a bigger artist, just because it's pretty expensive to go out there, like in terms of just bringing the equipment out and having to rent a van instead of just owning the van we use here in North America, like so we can just drive around like from our we do the tours like from the doorstep and drive all the way around the country and then come back to our doorstep in the same van. So it's just the price of gas and motel rooms. But going to Europe is quite expensive. But yeah, that's definitely in the cards. Hopefully soon. We'll see.
I see somebody asked the question, what's the newest pedal on your pedal board?
Mhm.
We are.
Did you just pull it off?
I just pulled it off.
Nice.
We're complete nerds. We love that kind of stuff, like all the tech stuff. I don't think that's what makes music what it is, but it's definitely a fun one. So this is the this is the most recent one. It's the Attack Decay, this auto swell thingy, and I got it because I saw that LA Priest had one, and I'm a shameful copycat. So I got one, and it's been awesome so far. Yeah, let us know if you have other pedal questions. We're big nerds about that stuff.
I actually, because I'm predominantly a bass player live, but I just mess around a little bit with some trippy stuff for certain parts of certain songs. So I have this thing here called the Polymoon. It's kind of like how would you describe it, James? A modulated delay, but it kind of does reverby kind of things, can do flangey things. It's just an ambient machine. So it's been fun messing around with that, even for bass, which is different for me for doing ambient stuff on that.
Just want to tag on real quick there. We really mentioned this in our writing process. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but like the things we play live aren't necessarily like the things we write on records. Like we all play like all the instruments on the records. Like Ian could be playing guitar in a song, Chris could be playing keys, and then live we just kind of Jamie will play drums. Then we just kind of do what it takes to make it come live. But like in the writing process, it's very like free, and we kind of swap roles pretty.
The pedal question. I'm still just new to this one. It's really cool though. I actually got it because of James partly as well, because he got it first. But it's like a kind of like an EQ, like a preamp pedal. And it's been kind of nice. I've been using it like when I'm playing at night and I can't use an amp, or just kind of give anything you plug in, like even plugging bass into this has actually been pretty cool. Lets you kind of get that like out like that like mixing console kind of ability with just a pedal instead of it being an actual console. It's cool. It's good. I'm not like I'm not like, oh, that's a must have. I could not go back to not having this pedal though. Like I wouldn't feel that strongly yet, but I think it's cool.
I do feel that strongly.
There you feel strongly. I see Exoplanetary noticed that the song's on Another Quiet Sunday, the same as Eternal Embers. I talked about this bit earlier, but I'll say it for anyone that's new. It's just how we envisioned the album. It was kind of just a release decision to kind of crop out the EP and release that first. But yeah, this has just always been how we envisioned the song since when we wrote it to be all as an album together.
I just see someone say, this isn't a question, but they're saying, I'm in the studio right now. I would love to show you all what I'm making. Just send us an email. I'm done to check it out. Cameron Carden. Yeah. Send it over. We'll check it out. Okay. I think you can find it in our bio, but info@melt.ca, or just you'll find DM us.
Also, Fernando, we would love to come to Chile, hopefully one day as well. Same problems as the travel to Brazil, but yes, that would be amazing. So
I saw somebody says waiting for you on October 19th in Mexico. I am so fucking fired up for that show. That's gonna be amazing. Like I've only been to Mexico once. I'm super pumped to go there to Mexico and play a show with you guys. It's like I've kind of mentioned this earlier, just like all the Spanish language fans and stuff, but like also all the Mexican fans. You guys are so cool. We love you guys so much. It's like such a highlight of our lives to have like fans in another country like that. So thank you guys so much.
yeah,
And,
our Central South American fans are awesome.
Yeah, so we will see you in Mexico City. That'll be a really fun one.
Also, Luis asks how many songs are on the new album, and it's 14 tracks, I believe. 13 of them full songs. One's kind of an interlude. So, yeah,
Still a great song.
it's a great song. My favorites.
And then someone asked about bands that inspire us. We have an answer. We always just say it's like a few. Foals is definitely one of those kind of bands that definitely is a strong influence for us, or like we just like that band. Tame Impala's in there. I think it was timed out with the first Glass Animals record, Zaba, which I think is still, I mean, it's a big inspiration, honestly, that album. There's more. What else would you say? Tycho's in there, I think, as a group. Love. Oh, Radiohead, of course. Yeah. Those are some big ones.
Ooh, this is an interesting question. Would we ever hear a jam out 7+ minute track? I really love how concise your music is, but I would love to hear your sound play out an extended cuts of time.
First thing is to say is, it comes to us live.
Yeah, that is. We sort of do a bit of that live. We usually like stretch things out and jam on things more and like mess with the structure of the song a little bit. In terms of doing that on a record, I would love, if it felt right and it sounded good, I would definitely do that. I think When the Smoke Abates is like sort of the closest we've come so far, because we just went into that and me and Ian literally had no idea what we were playing on guitar at all.
Yeah, it's not like it's a pop structure at all. It's just kind of it just keeps going. It's the same chord progression just over and over, actually, that song. So it's kind of just got different, kind of just goes through a vibe of different emotion.
I was talking about before, that's a big reason why that song's so special to me, because it's like the first time we ever like truly just kind of on the record jammed out. Like those kind of, we like to call it the dueling ambient guitars that happen on that. Yeah, just pure improv from James and I at the cabin.
Yeah. Someone says, "Oh, I feel like you guys, the band Far Caspian, would make a great collab." We really like that band. We saw them at South by Southwest in Austin, and they're super nice guys. It was a really good show. We'd love to play a show with them or something.
Would we ever release sheet music? Well, we'd have to have someone do. Maybe Ian could do it. I don't know. We don't read music, so we're pretty illiterate there. But
I have, from my high school jazz and concert band days on trumpet and trombone, I have some music reading knowledge, but to actually like write out like
I
the
could
whole,
do tabs, but it would be so
for
slow
keys and
though.
stuff. Because I mean, we're all like, we all play keys, but we're all not really keys players.
No.
So, I mean, I would say honestly, you could probably do it by ear, pretty good.
Cop out.
That was a cop out. That's a cop out answer. That helps though. That's a great way to learn.
Someone noticed. So yeah, I guess a few people did see that the song "Another Quiet Sunday" came out a year early. Yeah, so that was a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had like originally we were gonna do 4 singles in the album, and that was like I guess over a year ago. Yeah, like well over a year ago now. And we were basically in talks with signing to a record label. In between, after the third single came out, It Could Go Anywhere, I think. We started getting into more serious discussion with the label about like working together. So
And we had another Quiet Sunday scheduled.
and Sunday had like submitted to be released on all the streaming services. So it was just, you know, it was out there, like, but it wasn't out. And so we decided to pull the song so we could think about like weigh out our options of how we want to release music going forward a bit more. So we requested the takedown before it even came up. Well, like I think it was over 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out. It was a long time. It was definitely earlier than it was, you know, have to be. So we did it, and then for some reason, only Spotify, it just came out anyway. So on the release day, yeah, we were panicking. I think it was up for like 24 hours, and we obviously didn't acknowledge it anywhere. And you know, it got a few thousand streams actually, which was like, oh yeah.
I remember we played a show in Seattle that summer, and this girl, someone came up to us, and she's like, "I Quiet Sunday is like my favorite song." We're like, how
do you
did
know that?"
hear that? Like,
She
how did
actually
you
ripped it.
listen to enough? Yeah, so
she
audio
immediately,
hijacked it.
yeah, she ripped the audio, so she just had the song, like, the
No
only one on earth.
knowledge that it would go down, which was
She
so
didn't even
funny,
know it
and
would
she
go
just-
down, but she just got it.
She just did it. Which is good for her.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's great. Yeah, it's a fun story there.
Hey Norman, I'm the drummer.
Yeah, someone asked who is the drummer.
Yes, we have a new album that comes out in about 30 minutes.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
called Eternal Embers. We hope you enjoy it. Someone says favorite beer to drink while on tour. We've only really heard the States, and I'm quite partial to Modelo's.
Which is a Mexican beer, right?
I think that's a Mexican beer, but they have it in
It's
the States,
available
so
a lot
good.
of the places, at least. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing like really that specific that I love, honestly, from the States. That's
Yeah,
beer
recommend
wise.
us your favorite beers in the States.
Actually, I guess that one. What's the like little hazy IPA? What's that company? That one's
Oh,
okay.
Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's hard to have like
10
one
barrel.
consistent beer you can get throughout the whole tour, so it's hard to say. It's kind of like what's around when you're where you're going. We like to, if we can do craft beer, do that, but if not, then yeah, Modelo's or something.
the Waltner asks, do you ever think about how you've inspired new musicians with your music? I want to make an album sometime in the future, and you guys are one of my biggest inspirations. First of all, that's super, super cool. You should do it. You should definitely make an album. Everybody can make an album. You don't need a lot of equipment. Anyone can do it. You should definitely do it. I don't know. It's like I can't even wrap my head around that we would inspire other people. But it is really cool. Like, and we are those kids that were inspired by other bands. So I guess it's kind of just like that. But I don't know. It's like mind blowing. It's so cool that people are listening. So thank you.
And yes, Jen, do take a lot of inspiration from nature. It's one of the main kind of common themes, I guess, across most of our music for sure. So you're right about that you can feel it. Spot on.
That's great. You can feel that. Somebody says, any plans to play Portland or Eugene, Oregon? Nothing solid, but we've been talking about maybe doing a Pacific Northwest thing.
We just
next
passed
year. We've
through
been chatting about it.
Yeah, we did Portland
Let us know if
this
you want
year,
us
so
there.
we'll probably
I know you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Joshua Wilson.
Okay, I'm actually gonna ask for a vote here. Someone asks, are you guys gonna make CD versions, or are you gonna just stick to vinyl? We've been talking about this. I don't know. Do you guys like these? I personally don't listen to CDs. I used to a lot. Like, if you guys like them, we will make some. Let us know.
Oh wow.
Thanks for dedicating Only in Your Eyes to your girlfriend. That is very awesome. I'm glad she
That's
liked
great.
it.
I see you're in Mexico City. Come and see us. Yeah.
Someone really enjoyed and respected your play style on the drums.
I enjoy Becky's play style.
Thank you.
So that's
And
great that
thank
it's felt.
you, Jazz.
Anything away from the other instrumentation.
They're all right.
Yeah.
Oh, just jumped on me.
Some people are
saying the audio's
Oh.
Oh, really?
That's too bad.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what the
I
solution
could.
is. Ooh.
Got some time and space for it.
I would say me personally, I enjoy. I think Photogeny was always one of my favorites personally, just for listening. For playing, I think Wash Over Me has always been my favorite.
I would say
The track listing.
Yeah, I kind of need to see the track listing. It's been a while.
I feel like it'd be easier to. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, actually, honestly, one of my favorites still is SOS. I think myself.
Nice.
I like that one.
I really love that
I'm
one.
gonna go with a different. A little bit. I'm tempted to say On Your Own, and it might be, but I gotta say probably leaning towards Moths in the Darkness. Yeah.
I love Love Again for sure.
That's
It's
a
an amazing.
classic.
It's an amazing tune. I feel like lyrically, I'm a big fan of We'll See. I feel like I don't know if we fully got that in all its glory, but I feel like when we play that one live, I really like that one. I like that one lyrically a lot.
I like that one too.
I see someone here said, I think they're responding. We were talking earlier about jam versions. You should definitely do longer versions of your songs. Heard a 9-minute version of Love Again in Boston. Is that you'd like to hear? A 9-minute version of Love Again?
Huh.
That'd be fun. I'm not sure how we would do that. Would
We
be a
haven't
fun
done
jam.
anything with that one arrangement wise. It's
Yeah.
actually the same.
That would be fun though.
Someone's saying a stripped down remix of the Absentee would be really cool. I love the original, but I also like the sound of it. I really like the sound of that too.
Yeah, we're all.
I'm
over.
trying
We're-
to go.
We're
I'm
jumping
actually
back and
tackling
forth.
it without skipping ahead, so we don't have to keep going up and down. This one's just this
I'm
one's.
curious which
up to
which
date
songs
we are.
from the new record you guys enjoying. Just let us know. What are some favorites you want to see on tour?
Well, I'm gonna tackle one here. Don't forget, you got fans in Asia. We definitely do not forget. We love you. We would love to. Yeah, you guys actually. I think the album's out for you right now. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I mean same thing as like Europe or other places. Unfortunately, and Brazil, like just getting there and the logistics is very expensive. We'd love to one day. Went to Asia for the first time last December. I went to Korea. It was very lovely.
I would like you to explain why you were in Korea a little more.
I was on completely unrelated to the band. I was on a reality travel TV show in Korea. I believe the rough translation is "Yo, welcome to Korea, first time," because one of my best friends from high school, he lives in Seoul. Shout out to Evan. He's a great man. And the premise was a TV show finds a foreigner that lives in Seoul and has them invite their friends and do adventures and kind of just fun activities. That's kind of like culture shock things and have you try all kinds of food and stuff. And it was an absolute blast. Love from Malaysia. Love you there. Fantastic.
Would you ever lend your music for a project like a show or anime series? Yes, big time. We're hoping to get into more film and TV stuff because I think it would probably really be a good pairing for a lot of things. I think so. We're hoping to get more opportunities there. Hey. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny. Someone asks, "What was the inspiration for Within You, Within Me?" Song I sort of wrote. I took the lead on writing the lyrics on that one. And at the time, I wrote it sort of for how would I describe this? It was like in the process of learning to love someone, then I learned to be kinder to myself and love myself a little more. And if she's watching the live stream, love you.
Mhm.
You deserve it, James.
I see someone saying, did you guys ever imagine the impact of a few songs when you watched 1 or 2 million of views on YouTube? What thoughts crossed your mind? Never really expected that. No, it was pretty wild. It's only started really happening in like the beginning of March 2020. Started getting actual like a lot of views on YouTube and stuff, and it was quite crazy. We never could have imagined that was going to happen. But yeah, the song, I guess even earlier than that, the song "Love Again" did kind of really well out of nowhere. And the first day it was out, I think it got like 100 streams or something, and we were kind of thinking that song was. We felt good about that song, and then on the release day, it didn't do very well, and we were just like, huh. And we had like a music video made, which we spent a lot of money on, and it was kind of stressful. We were like, man, we put all these eggs in this basket, and it's just not happening. But then we were really lucky. This Ukrainian YouTube blogger, you probably know her, Alona Chemries. She posted that song to her YouTube page, and then kind of things started going from there, and it's kind of.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm just gonna jump in, and I saw somebody ask if we have vinyl. Yes, we got some Sully vinyl. Yes, we have Eternal Embers vinyl coming in, and you have what did we have? About 3.5 hours to if you pre-order the vinyl, you'll get entered into a contest. To if you pre-order? Oh yeah, I'll grab it. If you pre-order, you'll get a signed
Art print.
art print of the Eternal Embers cover, and then you'll be entered to win. 2 people will choose randomly to win signed test pressings. I'll go grab them and show you.
We'll show you.
Someone asks, what's your proudest moment as a band thus far in your career? I don't know if I have a good answer for that, but I'm curious what the other guys are going to say. I feel like one of them I like a lot randomly is we were going to play this show at South by Southwest, and then there was a big lightning storm, and everyone was like shutting their shows down and just kind of calling it for the night. And then we were just like, fuck,
We were an outdoor stage, so
we're
it's,
on like an outdoor
soaking.
stage, but we were just kind of like, fuck it, we're gonna make this show work no matter what. So we kind of like begged the venue and stuff to like let us on the inside, and it was like we only played for like half an hour, but I was like, I don't know, it was like cool. I was like, fuck yeah, the show goes on. We're still doing it. So I was pretty proud about that.
So there's jump in. Here's the test pressing. This is actually
One
test
unit.
pressing
It's a
because
double LP.
It's a double LP. So one person will get both of these, and then a second person will get another 2.
That's one way
of
of
these.
saying it. Yes.
Yeah.
One person will get both of these, and then another person will get another both of those.
Do you guys have a
Oh yes, I guess if people don't know what a test pressing is, yeah, it's like before you go with a full project of manufacturing, they press just a sample because they have to basically make this metal plate that has the high fidelity grooves of the actual music on there, and then they squish together into the vinyl, and it's somehow so high resolution that you can scratch a little needle on it and you hear the perfect sound. So basically, they make those and send them to us ahead of time. We can review them. And then once that's actually approved, then they go and make 1,000 copies, which we're getting made for this first pressing of it. So that's that. So there's only like 10 of those, and we're giving a couple away, and we're going to keep ours. So, yeah.
Yeah, so they're the rarest.
They're rare.
someone said, oh, did you guys have a proudest moment of the band thus
Oh,
far?
yeah.
I would say one of our the one that comes to mind would be our first time playing San Francisco. I'd say it's probably the first time we played a show outside of Vancouver that like really felt like a real show. Like we were a real band going to a new city, and like real fans were there loving it, and we loved it. And
Yeah, I would say the same kind of thing with actually the only time so far we've been in New York as well. It was really a warm reception over there. Excited to go back soon. Thanks to everyone that came onto that show.
Yeah. Oh, do you guys listen to heavy metal? I've gone through a bit of a metal phase here and there. Favorite metal bands? Oh yeah, sorry,
No,
skipped you, Jane. You know, I just skipped right
No,
over you.
no, the guys pretty
wanna
much
hear about my
covered
favorite metal
most of my proudest moments. No, I had the San Francisco and New York shows were both moments that stood out to me a lot. One different proud moment, I guess I have two. One would be we played a show in Montreal, and it was like it still is one of my favorite shows. Maybe it wasn't quite as many people as San Fran or New York, but it was such a cool show because it showed Montreal. It just showed like it was a super respectful show. Like these fans were super like attentive. It was one of the shows that like people were just dead silent during the set, but like when we stopped playing, they would clap, and it felt like a different audience. Like it was really like cool moment to have fans that were so engaged in such a kind of intimate way. And then also the first time when Love Again hit like 1 million or 10 million, those were moments where I was like, wow, that's like pretty cool to have that many people having heard our songs. So each kind of big milestone on streaming when only you're on your own and stuff, like when they would hit big milestones, was also moments where you're like, wow, like yeah. So
Savage Albion says, I found you guys by playing Gorilla's radio after listening to the song Baby Queen. If you find that interesting, I fucking love that song.
That's our favorite
such
song
a good
off
song.
the new record.
I would say so.
Collectively. Also, metal question: Sabbath rules.
Oh, Sabbath
Yeah.
is a big one,
Sabbath's
and actually, kind of down that path. I'm a big fan of like stoner metal, so Electric Wizard would be my answer.
Nice.
Somebody asked, do you like Men and Trust? Yes, we do really like Men and Trust. They use the same in-ear system as we do, so we're validated by that.
And we are in Canada. I see someone asked earlier. Yeah, we're in Vancouver in BC on the west coast there. That's where we are.
Let's see. I have one here. Blossom reminds me of something off the King of Limbs album by Radiohead. That is a very underrated Radiohead album.
We love that album. Yep.
I got big Radiohead vibes when Chris first showed me that demo. Love it. We love Radiohead. Yeah.
Hey, Renan's already heard Into the Blue.
I think this person's asked this twice, so I'm going to definitely answer it. What genre is this album? Is it called bedroom pop? I don't think it would be called that. Maybe some of the songs are. Yeah, like Within You, Within Me is bedroom pop, I
It
guess.
could go anywhere.
I don't know
Gave-
what
gave me
bedroom pop means, but
vibes.
it is independently recorded, like this room or maybe even a bedroom at some
It's
point. So
directly below. a
technically, maybe
bedroom.
my bedroom is right up there.
Maybe,
Yeah, I guess.
I always describe our music as psych rock with elements of dream pop. That's how I like to describe it.
Is your vinyl going to be available in local record stores?
I think that's the plan right now. Yeah.
You probably got to repeat it.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Chris. Is vinyl gonna be available in local record stores? I think.
Oh, I think it will be. We haven't actually fully confirmed this, but I think our friends over at Neptune Records will do that again for us. They did that with Swim Slowly, and I think I was just talking to the guy at the store called Just Vinyl. I think in Gastown, he's gonna stock some for us. I think too. We'll try and get him in more too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you've heard it. Nice.
Oh, I like that.
Space. You like?
On Jurina, space music, I'll take.
See, the King of Limbs or Moonshaped Pool for
Wait,
me,
what is
but the King of Limbs is a masterpiece. That's true. I'll say for me, I originally wasn't super into the King of Limbs, and then I watched that from the basement live
yeah.
session, and I was a convert. I also do love a Moonshaped Pool. That's a great
Oh,
one.
we missed so many. I
Great
think.
later career masterpiece.
Where were we here?
Let's see. Oh, somebody AMP is an individual
I'm
radio
looking for that.
programming app, and I do shows on there. I play Do You Ever Wonder and Your Melody every time I do a show. Thank you very much, Foghorn 908. That's awesome. Appreciate that.
Oh, Flo is one of their favorites ever. That's nice. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
A less extreme tour request, Colorado. Yeah, we were just there recently, I guess, right? Or when was the last time we were there? Oh, was it a year ago?
Colorado. Yeah, we played Denver
It's too, we're not
and
playing
Fort
there.
Collins in Colorado. We had a great time.
Oh, the King Giz marathon shows. I think there's one coming to Washington. I think we might go there.
Oh, you're going to that?
I'm considering it.
When is it?
It's a while away,
Oh.
but it's at the Gorge. So I just honestly any excuse to go to that venue with a bunch of friends and just hanging there. It's fun. So I think I'll make that happen possible.
Someone that's from the basement sessions is amazing. You guys should do something like that. I think we're gonna try if we can get the pieces together. We're gonna try to do some live sessions that show off a little more of the jamminess of the way we play live and stuff. So hopefully we'll have those for you guys, and then in the event that we don't play Europe or something, then you'll still be able to see something.
Yeah, so me and Jamie, we grew up in the same neighborhood and like we've known each other since like we were in kindergarten, I think. And we started like playing in a band together when we were in grade 6. So we've been playing in a band and like, guitar and drums together since like grade 6. And then in high school, James joined our little like cover band we had going at that time and kind of just kept playing through the end of high school. And when we were in university, separated and sent each other music we were making, slowly magnetized back to the center and started working together and made a little EP that isn't on Spotify, and then the rest is history.
And then I joined in 2018, actually.
Yes.
I went out east for university and I was coming back to Vancouver and I was like, I need a goddamn band. And so I reached out to Chris and
we were like, we need a bass player right now. And you're like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. I never played bass before.
Oh, someone found Swim Slowly from Daily Dose upload. That's sweet. I think Daily Dose is gonna upload the new album now as well. So hopefully we find more people like you found it from. That's really cool you found it like that.
Jay, is it Jai Paul? I've actually never said it out loud. Jai Paul? J. Paul?
John
J.
Paul
Paul.
Jones.
J. Paul did his first ever show. Might be doing one in Vancouver as well. Do you guys know of him? Yeah, big fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Straight Out of Mumbai is one of my favorite songs.
Good day.
Also, Clean Budgie. I see you're trying to develop an animated show or something. Let us know. We're definitely interested in getting in there.
Someone asks, will you play on KXP someday? We are trying to do that.
We're trying.
If you call them, bug them, probably a better
Everybody,
chance.
open your email right now. Find KXP's email and say, "What the heck? Why isn't Melt on already?" Jeez.
DJ name at kxp.com.
Why did
Oh,
it do
thank
that?
you.
Oh yeah, good.
A song that defines Melt. That's an interesting question.
I don't think that's possible because it's kind of diverse.
What do you say
Is
is
there
a
one
song?
song that has
Defines Melt?
That's kind of interesting.
Ooh. Like a song from ourselves or from
I think so.
others?
I assume one of ours.
I see.
That's tough. Wouldn't be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm going one, picking one out. If I had to, oh, thank you. I Into the Blue. I don't know. Maybe I feel like that has a lot of elements of like the kind of like picking and like the guitar stuff
It's not a bad one for sure.
we do. So the like, synthy element we do.
Even
like,
the fire could be what it has.
The fire is a big one, yeah. So the fire that's gonna be on the new album, it's one of my favorites. If I had to choose a favorite, because it was one of the very first demos for this album that I heard from the batch of songs that eventually made it, and it was a James demo here, and it's pretty it's relatively untouched from what it originally was to what it is now, and I just let it kind of inspired a lot of my writing on the album, so it's cool in that way.
Someone's asking if we know the other band Yumizuma. From this, we're going to be playing with them in Mexico City. We don't know them yet. No, not personally.
Oh yeah,
We checked them out. You knew
I was, I think, the only one in the band who'd actually heard a song or two of theirs before we were paired with them there. And yeah, I was a big
Yeah, we
fan
like them
of
now.
the song. Cool for a Second, I think, was a song that I had on my playlist for like 6 months. So super stoked to play with them.
love back to India. Someone says they'll see us at the Gorge. Then I'll see you there, Jazzo. Yeah.
If you had, what was that question?
Song recommended to people that don't know.
If you had to recommend a song you guys make to people that like a song to get them into Melt. I guess Love Again. I think Love Again is
Love
probably,
Again's
the most-
proven to be a good starting point, I guess. So maybe.
within even me. So it's a numbers game, everybody.
Wait, someone asked who we would want to open for.
All of our influences we mentioned.
Fools,
Tame
Impala,
Impala,
Glass Animals,
yeah,
Radiohead.
Kasabian,
Just-
yeah, any of those would be incredible.
Yeah, those are the pillars.
Oh. If we had to pick a stadium, I think it's a stadium, but I want it's dream menu to be playing at Red Rocks or something. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, we've
One.
said
That's
that
just
one
a
before, yeah.
classic.
I guess not necessarily a stadium.
No, I don't think there's any stadium that I would like to
I
play.
don't know if I know many stadiums by name.
Stadiums don't sound great for people far away, which is too bad. Actually, I don't know what this is, but I think U2 is doing some crazy orb thing in Vegas. I'm so curious about that. How it'll sound. I think it's supposed to sound really good everywhere too.
The Coliseum. I'd like to play the Coliseum. Yeah. Yeah.
Open that Coliseum for Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg.
How much engineering mixing did you all take on for Swim Slowly or Eternal Embers? We did a lot of we actually did more engineering on this album than Swim Slowly. We recorded almost everything except the drums in this room, which is not a real studio. It's just a little home studio setup. It's not like
Chris is gonna give you a little tour of the space here. But yeah, for this record, other than drums, we recorded everything here pretty much. We're not very good at mixing, so we work with a super talented producer. His name is Kieran Wagstaff, and he co-produced the record. He did all the mixing, and then we got it mastered by this guy Brock McFarlane. His company's CPS Mastering. But yeah, I know. Like, I think we're getting more comfortable with engineering and stuff, but mixing is a whole other game that we haven't got to yet. And engineering would be like so many things. Like, that could be us like in the demoing phase. Like, sometimes we keep demo layers, and I guess technically that's engineering. So
Yeah. So you have to recommend.
you heard a teaser of Absentee on Instagram and you were hooked immediately. That is very cool.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in.
I see someone saying, was the pandemic too hard for you? Weirdly enough, like, obviously there's a lot of negatives to it, but it was like kind of a good creative period for me, and I think all of us, because it just gave us a bunch of free time without any other kind of social distractions or work distractions or anything. So could kind of just get into a rhythm of just kind of coming into the music space and just completely alone, unfortunately, kind of, but also fortunately, because it just opened up a bunch of wormholes and kind of creative exploration that might not have occurred in any other circumstance, I guess. So for me, I actually weirdly enjoyed that period a lot of it, at least for the first couple months of it, because it was kind of like just hang out at home with family and making music and going out bike riding in nature. And yeah, it was kind of a fun time. Couldn't work at the time, but I could coast a little bit, so it was fine, and I could just fully appreciate that it was just kind of a once in a career moment of just like nothing happening.
You were
other
just
than
telling us
creative.
how you were down here drinking a box of wine and getting work
Yeah.
done.
The only reason that I went for the box of wine, it wasn't to drink a lot of wine. It was to be able to drink only a glass at a time and not have to like, oh, I'm not going to open a bottle of wine for just me for one glass and it'll go nasty in the next day. So the box is perfect. It's good for 6 weeks. To be buying your wine box. That's all I can say.
I don't.
I literally had it like there, and I would just have a glass down here, just be like, oh, maybe this evening I'll have a little glass of wine.
I've seen this question a few times actually. Inspiration behind band name.
Oh, that's a tough one.
This is his favorite question.
We kind of just picked the word melt because it just sounded like kind of the music we were trying to make ethereal and like shifting and like I don't know, it was always morphing into something else. So that was like I guess the real basis of it. We just kind of liked the way it sounded a lot. And then the thing with like the extra letters and stuff that's sort of just like it's just the way to make it like our thing and not someone else's. We actually used to be Melt with 2 L's, but turns out that's already a band and we found out a little too late. So we changed it.
Word for lightning, Melt with 2 L's. Wow.
See?
Someone appreciates how we could replicate the sounds with a guitar
On We'll
for
See.
We'll See Live, the
Oh,
live
yeah.
session. Thank you.
Thanks. Can you sing something, Chris?
Sorry. No reverb.
Please. Please. She says.
Sorry, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to get him. I tried. What are you most looking forward to on this tour, and what do you most hope to achieve as a while on the road? I'm most looking forward to Mexico. I think that's gonna be. Oh shit! I dropped the mouse. I think that's gonna be really, really, really cool. Yeah, I think that's just gonna be mind blowing.
Whatever. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I would also.
Listen to the new recording that just came out. There's a whole album that just came out.
Chris is a little shy. Sorry, Fernanda. He's a little bit of a
He
shy
needs
boy. He needs a band
musical
behind him, you know.
accompaniment.
Maybe we'll get James to get the guitar out.
You broke your mouse.
Yeah, I would say for tour, Mexico City is the show I'm looking forward to the most because we haven't been outside the States and Canada yet. And then I'm super stoked to get back to New York and LA as well. And then some new shows like New Orleans should be fun, some new places. But yeah, probably number 1 would be Mexico and then maybe New York, LA.
Robert Dunham asks, any band rituals? Do you have what were you gonna say,
No,
Sven?
it's all good.
Any band rituals before you perform a live set? I like to take my phone and my wallet out of my pockets and stash them away because I like to only be thinking about what's going on stage. And then so as very sporadically we do these weird little huddles we do where we're like, oh, this is so cool.
We don't usually do that though, because it's
Yeah.
usually not that much of a crazy like amount of people out there.
I
But
disagree.
when it's bigger, it's
Everybody
like, oh, wow.
there is meaningful to us.
When it's funny enough, I actually do a similar thing to James. I always take stuff out of my pockets. I sometimes have my phone near me though, because I like to take pictures from our vantage point. At one point in the show, it's kind of like kind of like become a superstition now. I kind of have to get like 1 picture from the drum set on every show. Yeah, pretty much from every. I think I've missed 1 or 2, and I hate myself for it. But I also take out my wallet and stuff because for more practical reasons, if I'm drumming, I actually will sometimes smoke my fingers on my wallet or my phone, and it actually could kill. It really kills sometimes. So gotta have the pockets empty.
Oh, I have one. Show pants. We never perform in shorts.
Thanks, John Stiver.
Yeah, we have or I guess you guys had an old mentor that told us it wasn't cool to wear shorts on stage. There's
It
some
isn't.
serious exceptions to that rule, but for us, we just can't pull it off.
If your drummer is an exception.
Yeah,
You can't see those legs.
I think we might need to break those rules. at
Nah,
some
I don't
point.
like it.
Beyond the boundaries of pants.
Other than that, we try and get a good bite before the show, or sometimes we don't.
I try to
We try not
avoid
to
eating,
overeat, but usually we get a dinner before we do the show. After we do sound check. Do you all sing or just Chris? Not just me. I guess the majority of it is probably me, but James is also in there for sometimes even just all of his vocals. Like this album, the fire is all. Oh no, it's not all. Mostly
We don't-
James.
It's usually a mix, but yeah, it's kind of varies. Like whoever we just pick, like whatever voice sounds best, and I think we love Chris's voice. So
But Fernanda, James might be able to sing you something though if Chris can't. So
if I sing,
just had to turn that back around on him.
I need. Oh, that's beautiful.
Now that's
That's why we never give
brand
him a
new.
mic.
We don't have any music videos ready for the new album. No, sadly. We spent all the money on Within You, Within Me.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We love it though,
Music
but that was a
videos
lot
are
of money for.
very cool, but they're very expensive. So I think rather than spend money on that, we will probably make live session videos. I think because I don't know. I think we enjoy those a bit more, and they're a bit cheaper to make. And yeah,
Z Mao asks, "Where was our very first live performance?" That's a great question. As Melt, it was at a Christmas party, or at least a December party for our. We all, me and James went to UBC at the time, and it was our first gig as Melt, just at a house party in the corner of a little living room area. I don't know, maybe 50 people there, and it was so much fun. Like it absolutely blew our minds. Playing that show. So those early house party shows are some of the most fun shows, and just being our first show, it was awesome. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Fernanda Forrest because I see this name come up a lot on our Instagram as well. And
Big fan from
yeah,
Chile.
thanks for all your support. We would love to play in Chile someday. But yeah, thanks. Means a lot to us. Oh, what's the idea behind the whole fire theme running throughout the album? Lots of fire theme song titles, at least. Haha. Yeah, it's like it was just a big image for this album. It started like very literally. It was the first song that kind of had that imagery was The Fire, and that was written in like the basis of it was kind of like 2018 when we're in British Columbia, Canada, and there was huge forest fires, and still happens every year. It's getting worse and worse. Things were burning down, but then I think in the album, fire plays like a couple different things. It's like fire is also this thing that can like destroy everything so that everything can be renewed. There's like a lot of themes of like birth and death and rebirth in the album, and like growth and decay. So I don't know. I think at first with the fire imagery, it was
a nice, good kind of thematic symbol of the themes on the album through like burning and regrowth and that kind of thing. It's a great symbol. That's why we kind of have the name Eternal Embers as well, with that fire imagery in it also.
Guys, only 30 seconds until the album's out.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Album's coming soon. Also, Osvaldo Gutierrez. Thank you so much for the support from Mexico. Love back. And yeah.
I guess we should wrap it up, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's time. Yeah.
Is it 10 seconds?
10,
9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, the record's out, guys.
9 p.m.
Everybody officially.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Jazzo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
It
other
might be
people
a
had a
wrap
way
for some
earlier.
of you guys already.
Is it officially out on
For-
Spotify?
let's see.
Sincerely, like, want to thank all you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I want to thank all you guys like so much for all the support, and it actually does like really mean the world to us. Like, you guys are helping
Thanks,
us
boss.
live out our dreams and do things we always wanted to do, and like we really can't thank you guys enough for that. So thanks so much for joining us, and like we hope you guys love the new album. Maybe we'll do another one of these sometime and show you guys a demo or play some songs or something. But yeah, we love you guys, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone for hanging out and having fun with us. Yeah.
We can't wait to play for you guys this fall too. If we're coming to a city near you, Mexico, States, Canada, we'll see you guys there. And yeah, really appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, guys, thanks so much. Keep in touch, and we'll see you guys hopefully sometime soon on here.
Shout out to Momo.
Okay, bye, guys. He asked for it.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.
Enjoy the album.
Yeah.